Let me start with those easy bagel bites, and that's just what they are. Oh, a single bite or maybe two with a slightly sweetened poppy seed coating. So when you're looking at making a bagel or a pretzel, you've got a two-step process. There's a process where there's a hot liquid involved and also baking in the oven. In the case of these bagel bites, I pour a hot syrup after they come out of the oven. To start the dough, I'm gonna measure first 1 cup or 250 ml of milk. And for making bread recipes, I do favor a scale. It makes for precise measuring, consistent recipes, and also easy cleanup. So I need 1/2 cup or 115 grams of butter. And I want to heat the milk and butter just until the butter has melted to 43 Celsius. So that's 110 Fahrenheit, basically just above body temperature. And now all the other remaining ingredients I can add to this bowl and weigh it out. I'll start with 6 grams of yeast, and I'm using instant yeast. 50 grams of sugar, and a single egg. 525 grams of all-purpose flour. And lastly, 2 grams of salt. Now, what the dough needs to do is mix together and knead until it's elastic, about 3 minutes on low speed with the mixer. There we go. As a general rule, doughs for bagels and pretzels tend to be a little more dense or thicker than a traditional bread dough. You want to place the dough into a bowl so that it has time to rise. I have a batch of the dough that has sat for an hour, and it does almost double in size. So now it's ready to roll and shape into the bagel bites. Just a light dusting of flour is all you need. So what I like to do is divide it into 4 pieces. Now I shape each of these pieces into a bit of a rope. And I barely need any flour on my work surface. Now, to start rolling, I divide each of these ropes into 12 pieces. I find I can fit 24 on a single tray. The original version of this recipe was my grandmother's, and she called them babalki, a traditional Slavic recipe. This is the part of the process I would enjoy most with my grandmother, the two of us shaping the little dough balls into the mini bagel bites. Once you've shaped your bagel bites, then you have to let them set for 15 minutes to let them proof up and rise again. So a little covering with a tea towel does the trick. And then they're ready for the oven. They only take 16 to 20 minutes in a 350 oven. To take them up to bagel bite status, you need a hot liquid. So I make a sweet poppy seed syrup that gets poured and coated on top of the bagel bites. I'll warm up 1/2 cup or 125 milliliters of milk on medium heat. And to that milk, I'll add 50 grams of sugar and 18 grams of poppy seeds. So that's about 2 tablespoons of poppy seeds. "50 grams of sugar. The sugar adds a hint of sweetness, but it's not overwhelming. And I'll also bring over just a dollop of butter. My grandmother always made these using poppy seeds, but I've tried versions using sesame seeds too. Ooh. Now that that's melted together, it's time to coat the bagel bites. You want to have a large bowl on hand And then be careful because they're hot. I pour over half of this milk sugar syrup with the poppy seeds. And then turn them out on a cooling rack just to finish cooling for a little bit. Once the syrup soaks into the bagel bites, it softens the crust, giving it that textbook bagel texture. And it no longer is sticky on the outside, so once cooled, you can use it as a base for hors d'oeuvres. Think mini smoked salmon sandwiches, or how about a roll for sliders? But I just look at this interior, the poppy seed coating, and all of a sudden, I'm 10 years old again. Thanks, Grandma, for a great recipe.